Hello everybody and welcome back to another On The Table video, guys. So, what's on my table this week apart from a load of shit that I need to push out of the way, as per usual? I'm getting really conscious that this is just looking like a big grey mess, guys. I think I need a new cutting mat. Yes, indeed, guys, this used to be a cutting mat. I will show you. Look, it used to be a green cutting mat, and that's what the colour on my desk used to be underneath it. What a fucking joke. Oh, it won't go back down now. No, it's going. It's going. Slowly but surely. Anyway, hello guys, and welcome back to the Pleasure Dome. And we are going to be looking at some of the progress, what I've been doing. I've been really absent, and I've been quite lazy recently, mainly because I've just had no energy because it's been so freaking hot. I know I complain about the heat all the time, but I'm just getting fucking sick of it. It's so annoying. But yeah, so we're going to be looking at some updates on what I've been doing and something new that I've managed to paint. Something new I'm quite proud of, actually. I'm quite happy the way it turned out. The first thing we're going to look at is something nice and colourful. We're going to be looking at my progress on the crazy... Oh, what the fuck? I can't remember what the gun was called. What was it called? Las Impulsor. The Las Impulsor on an Imperial Knight. So I managed to obtain another Imperial Knight and paint him up as well. So this is him currently, using a chainsaw arm from one of my existing Imperial Knights. Yeah, this is going to be my Knight. Oh, what is it? Knight Princeptor. Now, again, I think I described this on the last episode. It's a really dirty combination you can do with a certain set of relics and stuff. Basically, it makes all armigers reroll, hit on twos and reroll one. So it basically makes armigers never miss. But here is the finished Las Impulsor, guys. I was really chuffed with it. I thought it was going to be far too big initially. I'm just going to get a little super zoom on there for you guys so you can kind of see what's going on. Yeah, I thought it was going to be massively too big at first, but after all that and painted up, it looks really good. Well, I think it looks really good anyway. Let me know what you think in the doobly-doo, guys. There's more progress pictures and more like when in production shots of this and other various stuff on my Instagram, guys. So if you guys want to go check that out, a link is in the doobly-doo down below. You guys can be part of the Cool Kid Club with me on Instagram. But anyway, yeah, so it's really cool. I like it. I like the length. I like how it kind of looks a lot different from other Imperial Knight weapons, and I'm quite happy to say that it doesn't look as cobbled together as I thought it would. Yeah, it's really nice, especially, you know, I added some purity seals, and once it's all been painted up, when it all came together, it looked really good. The only thing that I might go back and rework, excuse me, farted on camera. Nice. I'm probably going to get about 10 dislikes for that, but I don't care. It's a natural bodily process. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Basically, the back end generator here is kind of still looking very makeshift. Luckily, it's kind of quite loose, so I reckon I can pull that off, because I have actually found in my bits box the proper back end to a generator. Now, this isn't even the right end for a gun. This is a, as I said in the last episode, this is a chainsaw, the chainsaw arm, the Reaper chain blade, just with a different front end to it, and a gun shield on there. So it's not actually supposed to have one of these generators at the back, but I reckon I can get one to fit. So I'm probably going to pry that off at some point and replace it with the thing that I'm after. Yeah, in total, this knight looks really cool. I added, you know, again, all the purity seals and stuff to kind of make him look a little bit more different. We got mainly a lot of purity seals and scroll work on his iron shield here. Some of the little bits and bobs. Tried to repeat, like, the little, you know, red and white cross motif on this little extra bit. I don't actually know what this bit's from. It's from a bits box that I had. And then I found, from my flagellants sprues, because I got many flagellant sprues, I found this cool banner. I really like it. I like the fact that it's all tattered and maybe it looks like it's some kind of like standard or something, but I quite like the fact that it just adds a little bit more depth, a bit more dimension to the actual Imperial Knight model. Got a bit more weathering to do, and oh my days, I've just spotted a horrible mistake. Look, I've missed, when I've been painting the bronze around the edges, I've missed and it's gone into the smokestacks, but that'll probably get covered up with some weathering effects. Anyway, I tried to do a nice little job of the base as well on this one. All of my bases on my Imperial Knights are all fairly interesting to look at. There's a lot of like mud effects on there, and the static grass, and like random bits of stuff that's just kind of like thingied in. Is this light even working? This light is fucking shit. I'm gonna have to try and... There we go. Is that what? I'm going to have to try and plug it in. God damn it. Why can you never, ever, ever get decent lights? I'm still on the quest for decent lighting, guys, on this YouTube channel. Is that going to have a horrible strobe effect? Not currently, but that's definitely brightened everything up. Yeah, so we've got some like static grass, we've got some rusty doors and rusty bits on there now. I tend to use this... Oh, shit, the bed just nearly knocked over a whole load of bits boxes. That would have been annoying to clean up. Yeah, I basically, for the bases, I use a mixture of sand and stuff. I've got like a mixture of 2 different sands, like down... Oh, you can see my ghetto lighting rig. Let's just try and move that out of the way. Yeah, down there, I've got a mixture of sands that I use for the basing, and then what I also do is, once I just re-rig this light setup, there we go. What I also do, I also use a combination of the Vallejo Black Lava texturing stuff. It's quite expensive, but it really does the job of making it look really nice and muddy, especially around the feet and stuff, because I actually use that stuff to stick the feet down, so it looks like the feet are actually sinking into the mud and like churning it up and stuff. I think it adds a really good war-torn battlefield kind of effect, which I'm quite happy with. And yeah, so that's the Las Impulsor, guys. So let me know what you think of that in the comments, in the doobly-doo down below. Like I say, I really like it. I might end up replacing it for the actual one at some point, but for now, it's a good stand-in. The next thing I'm going to show you guys is something that I've been working on quite a bit, and something that I'm really happy with. And it's fucking huge. Recently, I went, as you guys know, I went and hung out with Brian, good old Templars Crusade, and he gave me a bunch of stuff to do and to paint. I've just knocked the camera, goddammit. And one of the things that he gave me to paint, he said, oh, could you paint this up in Iron Warriors? Because I just don't, you know, I think he's just got a lot on his plate at the moment. And it was this beast of a thing. I can't even fit it all in shot. That's right, guys, I'm going to have to move the camera back. This is a Dreadclaw drop pod. There's 2 types. This is the larger one of the 2. It's really freaking massive. It's like as big as my head. It's pretty much as big as a rugby ball. And it's also really cool because the claws kind of come out and move, which is really good. It really is a good testament to Brian's construction skills, because all the claws work properly and it can even support itself on the claws. But yeah, guys, as you can see, it's painted up in Iron Warriors colours, because Brian's got quite a nice Iron Warriors Forge World army on the go. So I was like, oh no, I'll do that. So we've gone in with the gold and stuff, and it looks a little bit dull in comparison to what it looks like in real life on camera, so I'm going to have to play around with the white balance and stuff. But yeah, so it's a monster. It's an absolute beast of a model. It's been so awkward to paint, because obviously if it was me, if it was my own thing, I would have painted it in sub-assembly like these. I'm going to have to... Right, one of the things as well it has is a flight stand. This is my flight stand that it come with. I don't think Brian uses one, but because this thing could freaking fly around. Yeah. This thing can enter orbit and actually fly around and do stuff, which is crazy. I don't actually know what weapons it has, if any. I don't know whether it just flies around and just crashes into stuff and just fucks shit up, but I think this is used as like a boarding thing, you know, for ship-to-ship combat. I'm not too well up on like my whole drop pods and Horus Heresy type stuff, but I can't get this claw back in. Get in there, you slut. There we go. But yeah, so anyway, if it was me, I would have painted this personally in sub-assembly. So like these, oh my god, it is so heavy. So like these fins here, I would have painted up separate. I probably would have done the claws separate at the expense of maybe not being able to get it in, and then the side panels and stuff. I'm curious to know actually whether this thing has an interior or not. I always find that really weird. Like, a lot of Forge World stuff has really detailed interiors, but the way you build it, you glue it all together and you'll never see the interior. So that's really weird one for me. But one of the more enjoyable things about doing this was one of the things that I thought I really wouldn't like, and it is the hazard stripes on the fins. I was kind of like, well, Iron Warriors kind of have the whole hazard stripe thing going on, and I was like, I really don't want to do this. But when I did it, I actually really enjoyed it, and it was something that I found just quite therapeutic, and I'll be honest, guys, practically orgasmic in regards to peeling off the... I'm going to have to bring this camera up a little bit so I can get a bit more of a bird's eye view, but I don't think my tripod's going to let me. Oh, there we go. There you go, you can see my dirty wall. There we go. So yeah, so I was how do I lock this? There we go. Move that thing. So yeah, so I was really happy with like pulling off like the masking tape down here, and it was just so therapeutic and orgasmic to do. I really liked it. So it made me start thinking about what else I would like to do now that my airbrush skills are kind of getting a little bit better and stuff. Look, you can see how big this thing is, guys. Look how big it is compared to my freaking hand. You could kill a man with this. If you put this in a pillowcase and swung it at someone, they'd be dead. They'd be dead as fuck, mate. Destination fucked. Yeah, so with the airbrushing and stuff and the masking, it made me think about what else I would like to do in regards to armies and stuff. And I think I might, guys, be getting drawn toward the greater good because they're very airbrush friendly models, and I can do some cool masking stuff because they have lots of really nice flat areas. So I might be thinking of going to the greater good, doing some Tau in the future. Not currently, as I've got like, loads of little projects to do and loads of stuff to finish. But when I get paid next, I might pick up a start collecting Tau set because I like mechs. And I really like painting big models recently, guys. Like infantry and stuff, they're neither here nor there. They're a bit annoying to paint because you need a lot of them. But with Tau, I can probably get away with having an army that's just like battle suits and stuff, and ghost keels and storm surges and all that kind of stuff. And it's just cool. Plus, I really wanted an excuse to buy a storm surge because I think it looks awesome. It is quite possibly one of the ugliest models that has ever been made by Games Workshop, but I still like it nonetheless. But anyway, I digress, guys. So, back onto this actual model. So, really, I was daunted at first because of how big it was and how awkward it was, but once I started doing it, and the fact that it's Iron Warrior's colour, it's predominantly silver, it kind of, like, lent itself well to lots of weathering effects and stuff like that. So, one of the things that I did spend a bit of time on was the weathering around this, like, I don't know, this portal door, this hatchway, whatever you want to call it. I imagine this would take an awful lot of beating, considering it's at the front of the frickin' model and the front of the frickin' flyer. So it would obviously get a lot of impacts, a lot of scratches, a lot of dings. It would also be quite black and dirty because of the jets and stuff and maybe atmospheric entry or whatever. So I made it really, really dirty, really, really rusty. And it just lent itself really well to some lovely weathering effects. I might go in with some oil and stuff. But as you can see, it's nice and rusty currently. And then, obviously, I tried to gradually kind of like... I'm going to have to zoom out again. Fuck. I kind of tried to gradually kind of like fade it in. So it's like lots of black here going up to not so much black here. You know, it's like, it's all scorched and burnt and stuff like that. You know? So yeah, I was really happy with the way this turned out. And I might add one more thing to it. Because Brian kind of didn't give me any instructions. He just said, just have fun with it and enjoy painting it. So I was like, okay. What I might do is some nice object source lighting on the back here, because we've got these engines and these thrusters. I might only use this one as the main one, because these, I think, are probably just going to be after... Oh, fuck. Knocked the light. These are going to be afterburners, so I might just have some object source lighting coming in from here. And the colour I was thinking of doing it with, I was looking... Oh, I can't even get up. There it is. I was thinking of maybe having it this kind of magenta fluorescent colour as the boosters, because it kind of looks a little bit evil, and we all kind of know how the Iron Warriors went, you know what I'm saying? Apart from those ones that stayed loyal to the Emperor, of course, but it looks a little bit evil, as Iron Warriors tend to be. So I might have that as the object source lighting coming out from the rear thruster. Right, so let's just move this away. I'll show you one more thing before I go. And again, it's something else that Brian asked me to do. Ugh. That model is so big. I'm so surprised that it manages to stay on a flight stand. It's so wobbly and unstable. It's crazy. Let me just put this camera back down. Oh, now you can't see anything. Now you can't see fuck all, guys, because my lighting rig is in the way. There we go. Oh, white balance gone completely. Let's try and just get this back to some degree of normality for the video. There we go. Right, so the last thing I'm going to show you guys today is the Valdor Tank Hunter Brian asked me to do, and it's this over here. I've kind of done a little bit more weathering, a little bit more Nurglification. I think I showed you the penis cannon last time. I think it had just been done, but it does indeed move up and down. I kept the oscillation. I like it when models oscillate, and I like it when they have moving parts, and I really didn't want to damage that. So that's really good. That's pleased me in regards to the way I made it. So we've got a lot more kind of like Nurgle bits on the go in regards to like the pustules and texturing and that not. We've done a little bit of pockmark kind of like corrosion. Now this was achieved like on my Glot Knight model with did some different drill bits, and I literally just hacked at the surfaces with different drills, and when they paint up they look really, really nice. We also went in with some micro beads to add some tiny pustules like all over, so we got some here, and just where like the corrosion is kind of like piling up. Speaking of Nurgle's rot and Nurgle's corrosion, ho, bazinga. But yeah, so we've got some more of that, and then we've got some like kind of sitting here at the top. Sorry guys, you guys have literally just heard me rip 2 farts here on YouTube. But you know what guys, it's better out than in, and on this YouTube channel, nothing is PG, as you guys know. If you don't like it, fuck off. But anyway, so yeah, we got lots of like more corrosion-y bits like going along here, some more kind of, like pock marking, especially down here as well. I'm tempted to do something with this corner here. It seems a bit empty, and then maybe something underneath. As you can see, I've not done any of the tracks yet. I found some rhino tracks, which, funnily enough, are the same as the ones that got given with this model. So hopefully I'll be able to completely do the tracks. I might have like some meaty bits in between them, just to make it look a little bit more Nurgle. Another thing that I added, speaking of Nurgle, I added some little Nurglings. Look at this guy, he's riding a massive phallic gun. Look at that, he's just there. And then we've got a little Nurgling guy just chilling on top here, just having a lovely little sit down, just with his bare ass cheeks just on the tank. And we got another one that's riding an exhaust over here, and they just tied it off nicely in regards to the way they're gonna look, because it just adds a little bit more colour diversity to it when it gets painted. Other little bits and bobs. I did some stuff on the engine as well. I really didn't want to ruin this lovely engine compartment here. I thought about just putting a great big like testicle sack on the back of it, but I really didn't want to ruin all this beautiful moulding work from Forge World and all this like all the pipes and stuff, and I thought it could be really, really done nicely with some corrosion, some oil and some rust and things. But I wanted it to be a little bit Nurgly as well, so I kind of added these like organic like pipes and tubes coming into it, as if that it's kind of like jerry-rigged with some Nurgle intestinal type stuff. But yeah guys, so that's pretty much it. I want to call this like 90% done. I just have to add the tracks, and then it's literally back off to Brian for the paint job. So that'll be that. But yeah guys, let me know what you think of this as well. Do you think it's Nurgle enough? Do you think it needs to be more Nurgle? I kind of don't want to go too OTT. With Nurgle vehicles, because it's supposed to be for Traitor Guard, I don't imagine them being completely kind of like taken over by Nurgle. I mean, I've got my Nurgle stuff, which is here. This is my that's my what is it? Storm Shard launcher. It's a freaking Chimera chassis. But as you can see, there's no gribbly bits really. There's some Nurgle graffiti on it, and a lot of heavy rust and corrosion, but nothing in regards to actual gribblies. Because that's just the way I like it. I prefer Traitor Guard to literally just be traitors. They're wannabes. They want to be the full-fledged thing, but they're not. And that's the kind of thing that keeps them in like a permanent state of limbo. But anyway, I am blabbering on right now. I'm going to leave that, guys. Don't forget to like and favourite. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out the Instagram. I said it before, but the Instagram link is in the doobly-doo down below. Just down here, guys. It takes 2 seconds to go to the Instagram and subscribe. If you don't have the link, if you can't click it for any reason, just type in Great Jojo Man on Instagram and you'll find me, and you'll get loads of little sneak peeks as to what I'm doing and things like that. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So, thank you very much, guys. See you now, and goodbye.